Hey, I'm Paul Huizinga, just cruising around here at the SEMA show. And Danny, CPP is mostly seen as a steering, brakes, suspension company, but you've got a lot of LS conversion parts as well, and for very specific applications too. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we were steering, brakes, and suspension primarily, but as the LS conversions became more popular, we kept seeing interferences with a lot of the LS engine installs with the steering. They might hit the center links, the tie rods, could be hitting a steering box or steering rack, or just trying to get steering shaft and U-joints down to the rack from the firewall. So in the end, we decided it's in everyone's interest to develop some LS install kits. So it's what we've done, and it's a very robust kit. It includes everything that you're going to need.
Now, you actually have a couple of different variations on these kits as well, right?
Yes, the kits come essentially with your choice with the traditional header, long tube headers, or tri-wise. The idea, people are most familiar with them. We also do them with some manifolds. And the manifolds, they can be raw, they come ceramic coated, they're like a silverish chrome color or a black. They look really clean when they're done. The manifolds are priced a lot less, obviously, than you would expect for the headers. So we've kind of covered both bases, a little more of a high-end and more of an economy setup.
Now, what sorts of things do you have to change application to application to make sure that everything fits right and doesn't interfere?
So what we see a lot of with the installs, the different kits, is first of all the crossmember itself that's going to come up and support the engine. There's a little motor mount engine stand, engine perch, different names for it, but it comes up to catch the engine mount. Our engine mount's an adjustable mount, and then we make the in-between between the mount and the crossmember, that perch, and that's really vehicle specific. We make them starting with the 1955 Chevrolet cars and go all the way up to 1987. And on the trucks, they start in 1963 and go all the way to 1987. There's a lot of variation. Every car's got a different crossmember. They have a different center link, tie rod, steering box location. All of that plays in the part with what we have to make, and then getting around the oil pans. Generally speaking, currently we've got 3 different oil pans. Between the 3, we can figure out where to put the oil sump that is going to clear your steering linkage, whatever your needs are going to be. The engine mount, which is really cool, if I can touch on that real quick, that's our Fit Right Series engine mount, and they're adjustable. They have slotted mounts, so once the engine goes in, you can move that engine forward and backward just over 3 inches of range. And we have a set of transmission cross members that do the same thing, because if you're putting in an LS engine, you're probably running a 4L60, 70, 80 style transmission. So we have adjustable mounts that go in with that. So you can both do the engine and the transmission, you can move things around a full 3 inches once it's done. And many people, I was probably one of them, thought that's not such a big deal. But let me tell you, building like this Chevelle next to us, we built in a week. We put the engine in away from the firewall, slid it back towards the firewall to see where things were going to fit. We know that we had to make some adjustments around the coil pack and the heater core. Slid the motor forward, put in the flex plate torque converter, brought the trans up, slid the motor back up into the trans, bolted it down, slid everything forward, brought the exhaust up, slid it back, started doing the plumbing and the fans in the front of the motor once we knew where the motor could fit at. Pushed the motor forward again while it was plumbed in now with the exhaust to get the wiring harness between the engine and the firewall. So it was really helpful to be able to slide that engine around, and when we got done, we just lock it in position.
So it's really scienced out, it's an engineered solution, it's not just, here's some motor mounts, good luck.
Yeah, thank you for putting it like that, but that's exactly what it is. It's well thought out from end to end. It's a complete kit, it's engineered, it's not cobbled. It wasn't just throw this and that together. It actually works together, and it makes the install easy, bolt in.
All right, where can people go to find out more information about what's in these kits, where to buy, and what applications you cover?
The easiest place to find this is on the web at classicperform.com.
Go ahead and check that out. Keep it right here. We've got a whole bunch more coming at you from this year's SEMA show.